Hello, and I'd like to welcome you to my history lesson. My history lesson is entitled J.R.R. Tolkien, From Trenches to Triumph. And with our history lesson that we are going through, we are actually coupling and integrating an English lesson as well. For the standards, please see your syllabus. Just to let you know on the introductory text, the ones that you will need for this course, the first one being all three of the books, The Lord of the Rings, the first being The Fellowship of the Ring. And I will require you to read that from pages 1 to 192 before next week. Also, The Languages of Tolkien's Middle-earth. This is by Ruth S. Noel, and this book is indispensable in deciphering the poetry and rhyme in Tolkien's work. Just to give you some background on J.R.R. Tolkien, he was orphaned at a very young age. He and his brother both moved back to England before he was in his teens, raised by a seminarian, a priest, and attended school at King's College. Tolkien's young years were spent with a love of philology, and I'll explain what that means. Philology is the study of languages, the way they're spoken, why we use them. Tolkien was fascinated with philology, ergo our English lesson. To let you know a little more about Tolkien and his life, you have to understand that it was the turn of the century. We were going from the 1800s to the 1900s. Tolkien and his contemporaries had a very romantic view of war and the like. What would happen in wars to that time is that wars were fought by gallant soldiers with saber and single-shot firearms. During World War I, all of this changed, and mechanized war became the mainstay. No longer was combat gallantry, man on man. Now, a single machine gun emplacement could take out 100 or more soldiers. Tolkien, a lover of both Scandinavian myth and mythology, Anglo-Saxon myth and mythology, was taken completely by surprise by this mechanized war. And he saw all but one of his friends killed during the First World War. Some say that this is what spawned the images in Tolkien's mind for the Silmarillion, the Lord of the Rings, the Hobbit, and the latest release of the Children of Hurin. Tolkien most definitely saw war. There are a few video vignettes that accompany our reading today, but let's go ahead and get started, and we'll get into reading The Fellowship of the Ring, pages 1 to 192, stopping along the way to address any questions of any differences in language. Thank you.